And on the other side of the door, Albert Einstein was pacing back and forth because he was about to meet Ernest Holmes. And anyhow, they had a great time and really loved and appreciated each other. Einstein says, the more I study physics, the more I am drawn to metaphysics. Why? See, if a principle is a principle in the physical, it must be the same in the metaphysical. If cause equals effect in the physical, it must be true in the metaphysical. Cause as effect, not and. As, we're one thing. Say the first paragraph with me. In continuous awareness of the power of infinite love in me as me, I choose to live by my spiritualized understanding. I now express that which I truly am, an important creation of the living God. This truth is my vital, active way of life. It is alive and very real as my experience. I'm going to give you an assignment. Get a piece of tape and put this up somewhere where you can see it every morning when you get up. Dr. Craig Carter said, if you want a prosperous church, teach your people to prosper. Everyone say, I prosper now. Say the second paragraph with me. My greater good shines forth because of its very nature. I understand, grow, and easily express more and more of my attributes as a spiritual being. I am happy, strong, healthy, wise, and prosperous, just the way God intends. And I let my light of love shine so as to glorify my divine essence. Through this positive way of living, I let the Spirit in me greet itself as my world and everyone in it. I am a loving instrument through which greater good has its expression. My every idea is one of beauty, peace, and joy. My world shines more brightly as I acknowledge my oneness with the infinite and let my prosperous good manifest in wonderful ways. Everyone turn to the person next to you and say, your prosperous good is now manifesting in wondrous ways. Your prosperous good is now manifesting in wonderful ways. Over and over and over again, I thought about my own life when I said this one idea. I can remember all the mentors I've had since 1963 when I discovered this. 1963. An idea that never allowed me to be the same again. This happened many, many times. I remember one Wednesday evening, I was debating whether I wanted to go to a Wednesday night service with Bill Hornaday. And he said something that night that has never allowed me to ever go back to the way I was. Okay. And basically, we put it into, and I know Lacey loves to affirm it also, everyone say, I am a mighty moving power of God in my world. You know, Dr. Barker used to have us all affirm God loves the world. How? By means of me. Okay. By means of me. What do you want to change for the better in your life? By means of you it will. Because God in you as you cannot say no. It only says yes, so what are you giving it to do? What are you giving it to do? Every Sunday, Wednesday, all of our classes, you will learn skills. You will learn strategies that will serve you for the rest of your life. I received a wonderful email this week from one of our members who moved back east, who was about to go down the tubes, and somebody frog marched them in here. They invited them here on a Sunday, and they heard what we were doing, and then they got themselves enrolled in class, and they are moving forward, and they are living now on the East Coast. And they were about to go under, and they are right now thriving with a capital T with about 16 or 17 employees, and they said, I don't care what the rest of the country is doing about planning to go under, we're thriving because I learned how to do it at Tri-City Church of Religious Science in Fremont, and I'm not forgetting the lesson. You see, how many here want to thrive? Okay, everyone say, my health is thriving. My joy is thriving. My love is thriving. My planning is thriving. See, that's a good one. See, what are you planning? What are you planning? See? You see, the great lesson we have all embodied if we do it. It goes back ages. Okay, what I'm looking for, I'm looking with. What I'm looking for is looking for me. Why? Because we're one and the same thing. Thomas Edison once said that if we all did things we are really capable of doing, we would literally astonish ourselves. If we all did the things we were capable of doing, we would astonish ourselves. How many ready to walk out of here this morning into this week and astonish yourself? Think about it. Okay. Everyone say, I give myself permission to astonish myself in a positive way. Yeah, thank you. I love it. You know, here's an interesting Edison story. Edison used to, when he would hire somebody new, he would invite them to their home and serve them dinner. And when they were served soup, he would watch them, and if they seasoned the soup before they tasted it, he would not hire them because he knew they were jumping to a conclusion. Okay. Isn't that an interesting idea? How many can apply that metaphysically? Now, let's look at something. If we are going to establish within ourselves an idea of greater good and give birth to it as experience. And speaking of giving birth to it, we have a new member of our center named Maverick, Isaiah. Yes. Good. And let's see, what's the baby's full name, Jay? Where's Debbie? Debbie. No. Anyhow, Jay's new nephew is here, and it's Ben and they had the baby this week, and I think she just delivered. Yeah. So anyhow, it is great, but it is always a wonderful thing when we have ourselves celebrating a new birth, right? Okay, and honoring a new birth. How many ready to give a new birth to a new idea this morning? Okay. And how many ready to celebrate it as if you were looking into a baby's eyes and they're looking back? See, that's the challenge. Be that convinced. There's nothing within the mind. I always remind parents when I'm doing a christening that when they agree to love and support and care about, I say, remember with your commitment, I said, don't forget that when they're 20 years old. They're still your children, okay? And the commitment's still there. Everyone say, the power of praise is exquisite. Say, I would like you to leave this week committing yourself to praising yourself. How many realize this treatment is what? It's one of praise, is it not? Self-praise. So I would challenge you to praise your greater good because, see, here's a secret. If you don't leave with any other lesson, leave with this morning. Everyone say, whatever I praise grows. Okay. Now we can get into negative praise. Okay. That's condemning or criticizing or putting something down. So if you're going to praise, do it in a positive way. Praise your health, praise your happiness, praise your love. In the early times, people used sacrifices. They'd sacrifice something and then expect something good. How many ready to sacrifice some nonsense this morning? How many ready to sacrifice some nincompoopry this morning? How many ready to sacrifice something limited in doubt and fearful. Here's a suggestion. I'm going to share this with you. If you want to fulfill your dreams, allow yourself to know that you have the choice of dreams. You can choose what you're going to dream. That you can find a way through spiritual mind treatment and understanding to get above and beyond any kind of self-sabotage, which is nothing more than negative thinking accepted. And you can raise your level of self-worth beyond anything you've ever known to receive everything you want and better. And it's good enough to be true. The universe knows how to do anything you give it permission to do. So give it permission to do something wonderful and beautiful and loving. Everyone say, I deserve the best because I am the best. I facilitate my spiritual reliance from this knowing. And that's the way it is. Namaste. Thank you for being here this week. Yes.